What was the first piece of art you connected with?
Probably the largest piece in Houston, which is at the site Twombly, in the Manila collection. It's a 54-foot piece. They're like 20. It's huge. Like, it's had like numerous names, so I can't even name it. But yeah, that was the first one I connected with.
What was it about that piece that you felt connected with?
It was a documentation of life up until a certain point for Psy, and that was a few years after the Manils opened Psy Twombly's building that he finished the piece and then donated it. So.
Okay. What was the first piece of art that you made?
It was actually an urban piece. I don't even spray paint anymore, but yeah, it was an urban piece on some found materials and just posted them together, and then 3 weeks later I found out that they took it and put it into an auction. I was like, alright, whatever.
What kind of materials do you use in most of your work?
Well, this is hemp because I support hemp products, but it varies. I mean, I'm not limited by materials because certain concepts to certain bodies of work, even those bodies of work need certain materials in order to display that portion of the concept as a whole for that body. So paintings aren't just going to do it for me for a certain body. Drawings, sculpture, installation. I love installation, but the materials really vary because, you can't be limited by materials in order to portray everything you need to say in the concept. So,
what's your process when you start going about different pieces or different projects?
I study a lot. I study a hell of a lot. I probably spend the majority of my time studying, and after research, and I have the benefit of accessing different laboratories, so I get to really do a lot. I've built, a lot of materials in order to further my studies into science. But just mostly research and studying, and then connecting it with everyday life in something that doesn't read as too prefabricated. Like the way a doctor describes what your illness is. You can't really understand what he wrote, but he explained it to you, so you get it. But, yeah.
Speaking of reading, what are some of your favorite books?
I like nonfiction, so I like reading stuff that happened. And I like poetry. I really like Edgar Allan Poe. I think it'd be kind of comedic if I didn't say I didn't like T.S. Eliot, but there's my art blowing in the wind. It's cool, you can read it. Yeah, mostly nonfiction. And I like history. I study a lot of history. That's cool, it's like a tumbleweed.
Felipe, what is the next show where people can see your work?
Well, I'm talking to my gallerist right now, and we're going to be planning my first exhibition, and it seems like it'll be solo for the synesthesia sound body of work I do. And this will probably be the largest body of that collection of work that I'll be displaying.
And when will that be, and where will that be, or is that TBD?
It's TBD, but it'll definitely be at Scott Pivotal Gallery, Kirby Colquitt, near Booksep's thing. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's most likely where it's going to be.
Okay, and then tell us a little bit about what you're going to do in Spain in the fall.
In Spain, I'm going to be predominantly studying Spanish and art history. I have family that, on my father's side from Cuba, that I have yet to have met because of everything, and Castro's allowing them to work in Alicante, so I'll be spending time with them and for about a little over a month, about 5 5 weeks I'll be studying, and then painting.